Hi. We talked about doors last time. Sometimes the door is saying no. The principle of active receiving means that once you have entered a receptive state, that's the main state that you live in, things will just continually be offered, continually come towards you. That's happening anyway, all the time, as human beings. The whole world, the whole universe orients around us and offers things in. Right now, we live in a structure where a lot of the things that are offered are not healthy, fulfilling. There's an oversaturation of things. Move on. Because we're not talking about things. Not really. We're talking about realities. Worlds. Dreams. And when somebody is aware enough of all of those things that they are in a receptive, responsive state, all of the agency comes from the receptive rule. And that's a huge part of this new paradigm that humanity is transitioning into, is the receptive principle, because we all live in a balance between polarities, but that is becoming the leading one. And so when you have been creating something, pulling something towards you, oftentimes there's a pattern that has become pretty clear, especially recently, where something that almost fits that will show up. There will be it's like a little testing gate. It's a lower frequency version of the thing that you are really trying to step into, really trying to exist inside of. And it pops up almost as a precursor to the fuller, truer thing. And it's there, the way that I have been experiencing it and the way that I'm understanding it right now. It's there as a It's a precursor. It's both sort of a signal that this thing is here. The pattern for it, the structure for it has been set. It exists. It exists now for you. But it's a little bit of a test to see if you are paying attention to the intuitive feeling of things, a sense of things. Yes, this fits the structure, but does it resonate with me as a being? It also serves as it's like a little jumping off, a little bounce, because it's this thing that isn't quite the real thing, but it's close enough that just by engaging with it even a little bit, it solidifies that experience in the pattern of reality, so that psychic cognitive framework is a little bit more solid for you. It exists more strongly, and then that gives the imagination, the great big living imagination, way more to work with when suddenly the idea. Sometimes for me, how it often works is that I don't even really know what I'm pulling in. I just know I have vague outlines, I have feelings, I'll have specific, clear, tangible actions that I know need to be taken, and I have underlying beliefs and principles that are driving those. And the continuous conversation that's happening with everything gives me guidance. And then this sort of caricature will show up and it can be quite tantalizing at first, because it will present itself in a way that seems like, oh, this is something that must be for me. And then it doesn't quite work, or something about it is just feeling off. But it doesn't make sense to say no to it. It doesn't make sense, but it feels right. No is a powerful word. There's a huge amount of personal power in no. Or even in changing your mind. Saying yes to something for a minute, that is a pretty strong stream of thought that's floating around out there, that's rooted in a lot of people, is the belief, the sensation that once you say yes to something, you're locked in. Not so. You're a free person. The soul, the spiritual being, is a fluid, changing, expansive thing. And something that was a yes for it in one moment, in one day, can become a no at any time. That applies to places, people, circumstances, anything. And it's very difficult a lot of the time for our minds to connect to that, because the systems and structures that humanity largely operates within, although they're kind of all slowly being pulled apart. They are operating on this framework of mental continuity that doesn't allow for the continuous shifting spiritual layer of things, which is the truth. That's truth. Should I talk about the dream? Not right now. Later. Okay, I'm going to end this here then.